Welcome in to the John W. Winkin Sports Complex for Game 2 of our doubleheader for the Husson University football team. Jake Willett, Owen Snow. We are back in action after last week's tightly contested loss for the Eagles. A very powerful, very strong, very historical team in the Endicott Gulls coming into town to try and stop the momentum of the Eagles. Again, Jake Willett, Owen Snow. Owen, what are you looking forward to in this one?
Yeah, I'm looking for the Husson offense. They started off slow, scoring 0 points in the first half in last week's matchup. I think they need to start off the first couple drives very strong. You got to implement the run game heavily. You got to mix up the plays. You got to get your receivers in motion. You've got to get quick plays for short yards. I think that's how you're going to pick apart this Gulls defense. And then the Eagles played very well last week, only allowing 16 points. And I need them to continue strongly this week. That is kind of what I believe the Eagles could do to put up a strong fight in this matchup, Jake.
Yeah, absolutely. We are in for a doozy here today. So let's look a little more into each team here, Owen. Who are you looking forward to on each side of the ball to have a big game here this afternoon?
What I'm looking at on this sheet, I'm going to look at the Husson defense. It all starts with the man himself, Braden Trombley, one of the strong defensive backs on this team. He's got 2 interceptions already on the season. Was the Conference of New England Defensive Rookie of the Year last year, only a sophomore, given the captain nod this year by his teammates. He is going to look to have a strong game, and he is pretty much the heart and soul of this Eagles defense.
As we look out in front here, we can see Jed Lober, Braden Trombley, like Owen mentioned, James Boyd, and Max Clark, the 4 captains for Coach Nat Clark and the Husson University Eagles. So Endicott wins the coin toss. They elect to defer. So that means the Husson University Eagles will open up this game on the offensive side. We saw this against WPI also. And like Owen mentioned, trying to get some different looks, as we will step aside real quick for the national anthem. And here we go. We are underway. We are about to get underway with the kickoff. The Endicott Gulls wearing those beautiful white jerseys with the green pants, green trim, green numbers. The Eagles wearing their amazing green jerseys, gold letters, gold pants, black helmets.
Garrett Stones set to kick off.
Jared Stones, the punter, will be the one to kick. Oh, a little bit of fakesies.
And let's mention, Jake, a beautiful day out today.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. Stones back to kick. Montgomery and Lenz back to receive. Ball's kicked away. High catch there by Jacob Lenz. He runs at the 20. He's at the 25 to the 30 and is tackled by a bunch of Gulls.
And good strong return by Jacob Lenz. Able to gain some yardage and bring it out for reasonable field advantage. And now the Eagles are going to have a strong, hopefully got a strong start on offense compared to last week.
Yeah, absolutely. First and 10 from the 31. Again, Jake Willett, Owen Snow here on the broadcast. Max Clark looking for a bounce-back game. In the offseason, went down to Florida. Got a little bit of coaching from some guys down there. He takes the snap. He's looking to Cam Holmes out wide, and it's out of bounds.
Good coverage there by David Castellanti. And this Endicott defense is very strong, Jake. Yeah, Husson's going to have to mix and match some plays, throw the defense off.
Yeah, absolutely, very strong. This team is going to play a lot of man coverage. I talked to Coach Nat Clark yesterday. He said this team is going to play a lot of man. Jed Lober, big carry to start this one off. He gets to the 40. The Eagles think it's a first, but it looks like Lober will just be a little short of that first down marker.
And strong run there by Lober. Great ball carrier vision. Great job by the offensive line, too, to seal a hole for Lober to run in.
Absolutely. Dominic Trott moving on out there. Second tight end behind Caleb Solomon for Coach Nat Clark's offense.
You're probably going to try to see them pound the ball, get that first down. Lone back out there.
Clark under center in the I formation. Hand off to the running back Lober. And he's going to... It looks like he got there from our angle, right in front of us down on the field. Like they're gonna give him a first.
We're just waiting to call from the refs, Jake. I don't know what they're gonna call.
Looks like we will get a measurement. The Eagles bench in unison all have their left hands pointed towards the first down marker. 13:39 here to go, and we are already. It's either going to be 1st and 10 or 4th and maybe centimeters.
Yeah, I would go for it either way if it is 4th down. Maybe a QB sneak. We're going to get the official measurement here.
And a first down for the Eagles.
Barely getting off on that one. And Eagles start the drive strong, getting their first first down of the match.
More power to Jed Lober for pushing his feet, continuing to get down to the first down marker.
Now it's going to be Elijah Garnett's turn. He's the one in the backfield for the Eagles.
We got Caden Crocker at the bottom of your screen. Clark takes a snap, hands off to Elijah Garnett. And he's going to be tackled for a loss of 1.
I think we saw Brian Daly on the tackle there. Good job by him shutting off his block. Able to tackle Garnett for a loss of 1.
So 2nd and 11 here with about 13 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, we thank you for taking your Saturday afternoon to listen to us. Clark, shotgun, dumps it off to Elijah Garnett, and it's in and out of the hands.
Unfortunate for Elijah Garnett. Not able to corral that ball. And now it's going to be 3rd and long for Husson.
3rd and long for the Eagles.
Eagles in the huddle up, trying to call the right play. They're going to have 4 wide receivers. Lober in the back.
Clark shotgun, Lober to his left. At the 40, snaps, fake the handoff. Clark looking over the middle, and incomplete, intended for Caden Crockner.
Pass incomplete, intended for Caden Crocker.
And an unfortunate 3 and out there. Elijah Garnett dropping one, and then Crocker with the good effort. Unfortunate. But now the Gulls will have a chance.
The freshman Parker Hunter from Bangor, Maine, takes over the punting duties for Coach Clark.
Deep to receive the kick. From Parker Hunter.
The punt there bounces at the 30, and it's knocked down.
So the Gulls are going to start at their own 30 like the Eagles did. Let's see what they can do with this this field advantage.
Malcolm McKinnon, the one to take it down.
Endicott will take over on their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Gulls.
And although the Gulls are on the road, we have a strong crowd here of Endicott fans.
Lynch, play action, complete, and a big 1st down from Joseph Carrara.
Pass is complete to Joseph Carrera.
Carrera, good run after catch there, and great play action there from the quarterback, Shea Lynch.
It'll be a 1st.
You'll see a lot of RPOs from this Endicott offense. Lynch, shotgun. With Matire in the back. To his right, Lynch takes the snap, swings it out to Matire. Makes a move, cuts upfield, and is ripped down at the Eagles' 41-yard line by Bryce Buzzle.
Pass complete to Brian Mateer.
And good job there by Bryce Buzzle to track down Mateer and able to prevent any extra yardage. However, that will be way enough for a 1st down. And the Gulls are moving up the field like nothing.
Lynch shotgun. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right. Motion out in front. Hand off to the running back, Mateer. Mateer is going to get wrapped up and brought down.
Give Bourget the tackle there. Another great job at tracking down Mateer. Only able to get 5 there.
Lynch looking for a play call. 2nd and 5 from the 36 of the Eagles. Lynch, shotgun. Calling checks at the line. Lynch takes the snap. Throws it. And incomplete. Intended for Jason Little.
Yeah, Little almost able to snag the one-hander. Great defense by the Eagles. And now it's a 3rd and 5. Got to look for a stop here.
Husson fans, make some noise. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and 5 at the 36-yard line. 10.5 minutes to go. Lynch, shotgun. Mateer to his right. 3 receivers out left. 1 down at the bottom of your screen on Kane Smith. Lynch takes the snap. Looking pass. Throws it deep. And incomplete.
And great man coverage there by the Eagles. Prevents any big gainage there. And now we have to wait and see if the Gulls are going to go for it on 4th down.
That ball was intended for Joseph Carrera. Looks like the Gulls will be going for it on 4th down. 4th and 5 from the 36.
Yeah, maybe too far to kick a field goal. So the coaching staff looking to go for it.
Ball snapped. Lynch drops back, looking deep. He's got a man open, and it's incomplete. Endicott looking for a flag, and they won't get it. Phenomenal defense.
Yeah, Caleb Ponte able to knock the ball out. Great pass breakup, and now the Eagles will get the ball at the 36-yard line. And what a play by the Eagles defense. That whole drive, they were playing very well and very fundamental. No penalties.
Husson's going to take over at the 36.
Now this gives a chance for Mac Clark and the Eagles to put up the first points of the day.
Good defensive stand. Montgomery motioning out. Clark looking over the middle. There is Caden Crocker, and a big hit over the middle.
Big hit indeed, Jake. Joe Terrell able to get the tackle on that play. Wearing the number 0 out there, Jake. A number that you've been seeing a lot more, especially in college football.
Absolutely. With the rule changes, and now skill position guys can really wear whatever number they want. Ball snap. Incomplete. It was complete to Montgomery, and the ball popped out. And it looks like Endicott will take it back.
This Endicott crowd, the away crowd cheering. You can hear it very well from our angle.
Ryan Daly there to recover the fumble. It popped in and out of the hands of Mari Montgomery. And Endicott's going to take over now at the 41.
Now the Gulls offense got to take that momentum that the defense just gave you on that forced fumble and fumble recovery. We'll see what Shea Lynch and the offense have in store.
Lynch shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking. Hit as he throws. Complete to the running back, Mateer. Mateer gets all the way out to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, and great pressure there from the Eagles offensive line. Pressuring Lynch to get the ball out quickly. Not able to find a read deep. So he just hands it off, check down to the running back, Mateer. But they are able to get 5.
McKinnon was in the face of Shea Lynch. Another shotgun formation here. Receiver motioning out behind. Handoff to the running back, Mateer. And he's wrapped up. By the Conference New England Defensive Player of the Week, J.T. Wright.
And J.T. Wright, a very good inside linebacker for the Eagles, only a sophomore, has 36 tackles going into today, 3 TFLs. And now the Eagles have to defend a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, Lynch shotgun. Mateer to his left. Trying to jump the Eagles off sides, can't get it done. Ball snapped. Play action. Lynch throws it. And incomplete.
Yeah, the ball hit the ground before he was able to corral it. And refs saying it was incomplete. And Carrera not able to corral it all the way. And we'll see if Endicott is going to go for it on this 4th down.
4th and 2 from the 33.
And they will indeed go for it. Last time they could not convert. Get another opportunity here. Roughly around the same yardage. Probably about 10 yards up, 10 yards a little bit further though.
And we got a whistle. Endicott takes a timeout, and so will we. It is 0-0, 4th and 2 for the Gulls here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here for a 4th and 2. Here at 8:08 left in the first quarter. Shea Lynch, shotgun, Carrera motions out in front. Lynch, shotgun snap. Hands it off to Mateer. And Mateer's going to get out and outside for a first down. Spins and is brought down at the 21.
And that was a great job by Lynch to fake out the defense. And Mateer, strong run. Plenty of yardage for the first down.
Carried by Brian Mateer.
First down for Mateer and the Gulls.
By Isaiah Valentine. Enough for a first down.
Isaiah Valentine in there on the tackle. Junior from Norwalk, Connecticut. Ball snapped. Lynch throwing. In. That's complete.
And another quick first down for the Gulls, and now it's 1st and goal.
Adam Goodfellow on the catch.
Pass is complete to Adam Goodfellow.
Quick offense for the Gulls. Flag on the play. Lynch is going to get brought down.
We'll have to await what the flag is, though.
Ball carried by Shea Lynch. Flag on the play.
Refs are going to talk it over.
Substitution infraction. Defense. After this is the goal. First down.
So a substitution infraction on the Eagles will make it 1st and goal from the 3.
Now the Gulls in wicked dangerous position. Only need 3 yards, and you have 4 downs to do it.
Lynch, shotgun. Ball snapped. Hand off to Mateer. And Mateer's going to drive his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Touchdown!
And a strong run by Brian Mateer. Just bullies his way through the Eagles' defensive line. And the Endicott Gulls will be the first to strike on the scoreboard.
Endicott has the touchdown. Alfaro Mateo. And it's going to be a fake and a 2-point conversion for the Endicott Gulls.
Oh, what a fake there by the special teams. And Endicott now is up 8. Eagles will have to shift the momentum somehow, some way. All the Gulls players are fired up right now.
Jason Little got the snap and took it in himself for a 2-point conversion. Montgomery and Brett Davis back to receive. So no Jacob Lenz on this kickoff return group.
Endicott to kick off. Brett Davis and Amari Montgomery back deep to receive.
Another fake from Endicott. Ball is kicked away. Underneath of it is Brett Davis. Makes the play. Gets to the outside. Big run from Brett Davis. He gets around one. And is wrapped up and out of bounds at the 47.
And great carry by Brett Davis. He gets his first action in the return game and cuts right and finds a hole. Is able to get huge yardage. And the Eagles almost already in opponent territory.
So 1st and 10 from the 46.
46-yard line. 1st and 10 Eagles.
Clark, shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Dumps it out to Caleb Solomon. And is going to go for no gain.
Pass is complete to Caleb Solomon.
And again, the Gulls defense able to target in on Solomon and is able to and they're able to prevent any gain on the play.
Lober to the right of Clark. Garnett to the back of Clark. Clark, shotgun snap. Looking deep. And incomplete.
Pass incomplete, intended for Jacob Lenz.
Jacob Lenz was the intended receiver.
And good try there by Clark. Not able to connect with Lenz, although good route there. And now the Eagles, 3rd and long.
3rd and 10 from the 46. Garnett motioning. Clark throws it. Complete to Jed Lober. And he's only going to get one.
And a strong outing again by the Endicott defense. 3 and out for Husson. Unfortunate drive.
Tackle made by Joe.
Parker Hunter back to punt.
He had a good punt last time, Jake.
Brings up a 4th down and long.
Adam Goodfellow back to receive. Ball snapped. Parker Hunter lets this one loose. Caught there by Goodfellow at the 15, and he's immediately wrapped up at the 17.
Big return.
Another strong kick
by
there
Adam Goodfellow.
by the freshman Parker Hunter. Home native Bangor, Maine. And Coach Nat Clark putting trust into him, letting him start punting this game. We didn't see him at all last game against WPI, so.
Endicott will take over on their own 19
And then another good job by special teams. Wrap Goodfellow up as soon as he got it.
So 1st and 10 for the Gulls at their own 19. Carrera motions behind. Handoff to Mateer. Brian Ferreira.
Ball carried by Brian Ferreira.
And Ferreira, a dangerous freshman on this Endicott team. He's got 2 touchdowns already. And he, along with 5 receptions, so he's a little bit of a receiving back too, Jake. He'll probably get involved a lot on third down plays.
Ferreira. They move into trips bunch formation. Do the Gulls. Lynch, shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Ferreira.
All carried by Brian Ferreira. Evan Bourget.
Malcolm McKinnon and Evan Bourget in on the tackle.
Now another first down for Endicott. Looking very confident and poised out there.
We're moving into 3.5 minutes left here in the first. Endicott leads 8-0. Lynch shotgun with Ferreira on his right. Lynch drops back, throws it, and complete to Joseph Carrera. And Endicott's moving the chains.
Carrera, great, strong, contested catch. And a good ball by Lynch. Put the right touch on it for where only Carrera could corral that one.
Tackle made by Isaiah Valentine.
Isaiah Valentine there to make the tackle.
And we're seeing Valentine get a lot more involved. A lot more involved already. Junior defensive back.
Lynch throws over the middle. And broken up there by Kane Smith. Braden Trombley almost picked it off the tip.
Yeah, great pass breakup though by Kane Smith. We mentioned his name a lot last week, coming up huge in some defensive moments. And he'll have the task to guard Jason Little.
Lynch shotgun. Ferreira to his right. Carrera motions in front. Lynch drops back, throws it, complete. To the tight end, Jacob Ward.
Good job by Bandits though, wrapping him up immediately. As soon as he catches the ball, Ward had nowhere to go.
Eagle fans, make some noise. It's third down.
Third down and 6 from the 48. Lynch shotgun, Ferreira to his right. Motion out in front from Carrera. Ball snapped. Lynch has all the time in the world. He's looking deep. And there is a receiver. Michael Green.
And what a ball by Shea Lynch. Great run there by Green. He gets his second touchdown of the season. And the Endicott Gulls with a huge 14-0 lead already. First quarter's not even over, Jake.
Pass was complete to Michael Green.
Last time we saw a point after attempt, it turned into a 2-point conversion completed. Alfaro Mateo is blocked.
Joseph Doobie able to block that kick. Great play. And now, only a 2-possession game.
Endicott Gulls 14. Husson University Eagles 0.
That was big. Because if they get that extra point, it's a 15-0 game. At least now you only have to score 2 touchdowns to tie the game up.
Great block there from Joseph Doobie. And with 2:10 left, the Eagles will look to try and jumpstart the offense.
Again, we see Brett Davis in the return game. Had a strong return last time around. Are we going to see the fake that we have seen the Gulls do every kickoff so far?
Brett Davis and Amari Montgomery back to
It'll be interesting.
The kick. Red Stones to kick off.
Jared Stones will kick it away. Mario Montgomery this time is going to get it at the 15. He's going to get cut up the middle and wrapped down, and the ball pops out. Endicott says they have it. And the Eagles are going to keep the football.
Almost another unfortunate turnaround. Fortunate event for the Eagles. That's the second fumble by Mari Montgomery in this quarter alone.
Kick was returned by
He's got to find a way to secure the ball. Can't be having fumbles.
35-yard line where Husson takes over.
But
First and 10 Eagles.
fortunately for Husson, they keep possession.
Clark in the shotgun. Hands it off to Elijah Garnett. And he powers his way forward for 4 yards.
Ball carried by Elijah Garnett.
Garnett is one of those running backs where if he has any inch of space, he's going to be gone for a huge gainage. We saw it 2 years ago, back in 23. He was one of the best running backs in all of Division III football. Transferred last year, and now he's coming back for his grad year. What a story from Elijah Garnett.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to need to get going here if the Eagles want to get something on the scoreboard. He is still back there to the right of Max Clark. Ball snapped. It's not Max Clark, and it's going to go. Brody Gibson gets all the way to the 15.
Brody Gibson having elite wheels, able to get a heck ton of yardage. Now the Eagles hit the red zone. Less than a minute left in this quarter.
What a play call there from Coach Nat Clark.
And now we see Max Clark check back into this game.
So 1st and 10 from the 19. Clark takes the snap, looking deep. Incomplete. Ball was intended for Cam Holmes, who scored 2 touchdowns last week.
Pass incomplete intended for Cam Holmes.
Helmet popped off, so he has to come off.
Cam Holmes had a big impact in last week's game, like you said, against WPI. 2 touchdowns, both coming in the second half.
Brings up 2nd down and 10.
And almost was a great comeback in that one.
Elijah Garnett to the left of Max Clark. And a flag on the play. It'll go against the Eagles.
And that'll be an unfortunate 2nd and 15. We didn't see many penalties from the Eagles last week. Most of them coming on the defensive side of the ball. And now they'll have to get 5 more yards than they were last time. 2nd 15.
2nd and 15 from the 24. Clark, right leg up and down. Takes the snap. Throws it deep. End zone. And in and out of the hands of Nelson Russell.
Complete intended for Chester Turner.
Carvel Turner,
Brings
excuse
up
me.
a 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, Carvel Turner, not a guy who gets much playing time, and he's a senior. Was almost able to connect there with Max Clark. And a great pass breakup there by Endicott.
3rd and 15. Clark shotgun, takes the snap. Looks over the middle. And incomplete. In and out of the hands of Brett Davis.
Pass incomplete intended for Brett Davis. Brings up a 4th down and long.
And the Eagles look to be going for it here at the Endicott 24.
This is going to be a huge play for the Eagles.
Clark takes the snap, dances, throws over the middle, and incomplete. Intended for Jacob Lenz.
Pass is incomplete intended for Jacob Lenz.
And the Gulls are going to take over at their own 24.
1st and 10 Gulls.
Well, that huge run from Brody Gibson wasn't enough for the Eagles to find the scoreboard here in the first quarter. Endicott will get the ball with only 13 seconds left. But again, it's only the first quarter, which means they'll keep the ball in the second quarter.
13.1 ticks to go here in quarter number 1. Here at the Winkin Sports Complex. Motioning out in front is Jacob Ward. Lynch shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Brian Mateer. And Mateer is going to get to about the 27-yard line. And that'll wrap it up for quarter number 1. Endicott has a 14-0 lead over the Husson University Eagles. We will be right back for the second quarter here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Here for the start of the second quarter. We flip-flop the sides of the field. Lynch shotgun. Carrera motioning way out to the wide spot. Handoff to Brian Mateer, and he's going to get wrapped up and brought down by Ryan Bannister.
Ball carried by Brian Mateer. Tackle made by Ryan Bannister.
Again, finding the open hole.
It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Gulls.
Quick snap from Lynch, and incomplete. Intended for Joseph Carrera.
Joseph Carrera.
Again, if you're just joining us, Jake Willett, Owen Snow here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network.
Yeah, we're happy to be here, Jake. We just did the Husson University volleyball game just before this, and now we get to commentate football for you guys.
Mateer moves to the right of Lynch. Lynch throws over the middle. Incomplete. It is picked off by Cade Smith. And a flag on the play.
What a play. Kane Smith.
Braden Trombley popped the ball out, and it was picked off by Kane Smith.
Kane Smith, a wicked, aggressive defensive back, and is able to get his first interception of the 2025 football season. What a year he has had, Jake.
During the interception return, personal foul, horse collar tackle. Original offense number 18. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
So a horse collar tackle is going to give the Eagles phenomenal field position.
You couldn't have asked for a better start in the second quarter. Eagles showing their defensive prowess. And now the offense, like you said, Jake, is going to get a great opportunity here. 1st and 10 at about the opponent 24.
Husson will take over on the Endicott 24-yard line. 1st and 10.
So Kane Smith with the interception. Jed Lober to the right of Max Clark. First and 10 from the 24. Ball snapped. Clark steps up in the pocket and is wrapped up and taken down.
Quarterback is sacked.
Brian Daly coming up huge on the sack. Max Clark trying to climb up the pocket and Daly said, no, you're not going to do
Four
that.
brings up second down and long.
And now it's going to be 2nd and 13.
2nd and 13 from the 27. Lober in the backfield, gets the handoff, runs upfield, and gets to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe a little extra.
Ball carried by Judd Lober.
Lober trying to fight every yard possible. And now we're going to see a 2 running back combination of Lober and Garnett on this 3rd down.
Ferguson in on
Eagles going 20 personnel here on 3rd and 9. From the 23. Lober to the left, Garnett to the right. Ball snap handed off to Elijah Garnett. And Garnett is going to get to about the 19. So it'll be 4th down and about 5.
Jackson Adams in on the tackle.
I think if you're the Eagles offense, you could go for this. But to be honest, we'll see. I don't know if a field goal is too far from this way, but anyways, the Eagles are going to go for it, Jake.
Would be about a 36-yard field goal, but Clark and the offense is on. Fourth and 5. And Coach Clark is going to take a timeout.
Timeout. Husson. First back timeout.
So first timeout of the half for Coach Nat Clark.
And the Eagles just trying to talk it over on this 4th down, making sure everyone's on the same wavelength. Because this is a huge play for both Husson and Endicott. Husson trying to extend the drive even further. Endicott trying to prevent it. And we'll have to see what Coach Nat Clark and the Eagles can carve up. Again, getting this great field position from the Kane Smith interception. Eagles looking to come up strong.
So it'll be 4th and 5 from the 19. 12:42 left here in the first half. Fourth and 5. Clark, shotgun. Lober to his left. And a flag on the play.
Full start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty.
Jeff Bickford called for the false start.
Now we're going to see 4th and 10, where the Eagles are probably going to look to go for it again.
Clark snap, throwing to Holmes, and it's caught! Touchdown, Eagles! Cam Holmes rises up to the occasion and pulls it down in the back of the end zone.
And what a strong couple weeks for Cam Holmes. Now has 3 touchdowns in 2 games. And what a season, what a start from the grad student. Has been Max Clark's favorite target all season and cuts the lead down.
Garrett Martin to kick the extra point. Ball is up, and it is good.
Extra point attempt by
So the Eagles cut the lead down in half after a 25-yard touchdown reception from Cam Holmes.
We've always known Cam Holmes is a strong player. I think he's taking it to another level this season, Jake.
Yeah, absolutely. 3rd touchdown in 2 weeks for the graduate student.
He's able to find a little bit of separation, just enough for Clark to put that ball in the pocket. And Great drive there from the Eagles.
So Garrett Martin to kick it away. Brian Ferreira. And Marquise Bridgewater are the two back
deep
to return for Endicott. Garrett Martin kicks it away. There's Bridgewater at the 10. Gets around one tackle. And will be brought down at the 25 by Brett Davis.
Foul returned by Marquise Bridgewater. Tackle made by Brett Davis.
And Brett Davis doing it on both sides of special teams, returning and tackling. And now the Gulls get another chance on this drive. Still very early into the second quarter. Plenty of time for both teams to do something.
Lynch, shotgun snap. Standing at about the 20. Takes a snap. Hands it off. And the Eagles are going to wrap them up and take them down.
Marquise Bridgewater.
Marquise Bridgewater is the one with the carry.
Jemai Tyson and Malcolm McKinnon on the tackle.
And Jemai Tyson, one of the guys, one of the stronger defensive players, especially on the defensive line for the Eagles.
Third primary running back in as many series for the Endicott Gulls. This time Marquise Bridgewater back with Shea Lynch. Lynch takes the snap. Hands it off to Bridgewater. And he's wrapped up by J.T. Wright.
And J.T. Wright fired up. And he got a third down here.
Third and 6. Lynch, shotgun, steps up in the pocket. And incomplete! Knocked down by Isaiah Valentine.
And Isaiah Valentine, clutch. He has gotten a lot more involved this week than he did last week, and he's coming up big for the Eagles.
Jacob Lenz back to receive.
Back to kick.
Jared Stones.
Jared Lenz back to receive the punt.
Ball snapped. Stones punts it away, end over end. Caught by Lenz at the 26, 28. Moves around one, goes to the left. He gets to the 40, to the 50. And brought down at the 45.
Great juke there by Jacob Lenz to cut left as all the Endicott special teamers were going on the right side. He uses his vision to find left side openage and is able to get a huge return on that.
So the Eagles take over at the 45. Clark takes the snap, hands it off to Jed Lober, and Lober's going to get about 3 on that first down carry.
Ball carried by Jed Lober. Jackson Adams on the tackle. 3-yard gain brings up second down and 7.
Second and 7 now. Clark and Lober in the backfield. Crocker, Lenton, Solomon from bottom to top of your screen. Ball snap. Clark rolls out to the right. Dumps it in, and it's caught. There by Cam Holmes.
And now we've got Cam Holmes moving the chains.
Make some noise, Eagles. That's another Husson.
At the touchdown, last drive,
First and 10
and is able to
Eagles.
extend this drive for a first down.
So 1st and 10 from the 33. Single back formation for the Eagles. Garnett behind Clark. Clark takes a snap, hands it off to Garnett, and he's going to be immediately tackled and gets right back to the line of scrimmage for a second down. 9:15 left here in the first half.
Ferguson.
And we're seeing Lober and Lenz come back into this set formation. We also see Mario Montgomery getting back into the game.
Crocker at the top of your screen, Lenz below him. Shotgun snap from Clark. Clark evades the pocket and is going to get wrapped up and brought down for a massive loss
Quarterback is sacked by Brian Daly.
by Brian Daly.
And Daly already with his second sack of the game. He has been able to get to Max Clark. He has his number right now.
3rd and 21. From the 44. From the 44. Clark takes a snap, dumps it off to Lober, and he's going to get tripped up.
That's complete to Jed Lober.
By Owen Barrett.
No game brings up a 4th down.
And that sack from the last play was pretty demoralizing. Led it to a 3rd and very long, and now they're going to have to just punt this one away.
Parker Hunter looking to put this in the Coffin's corner. Try and pin the Gulls inside their own 5. Ball snapped and blocked. Picked up, and Endicott is going to take it all the way.
Wow, Jake. Just wow. Special teams has been the highlight of today's game. Endicott special team bringing this game and extending their lead even further.
Jacob Phelps was in to block the punt.
Blocked in return for the touchdown by Jacob Phelps.
Kick was good. There's a flag on the play.
Kick is good by Brendan Alfaro, but there is a flag on the play.
Alfaro Mateo knocks that one home. So Endicott currently has a 21-7 lead. We'll find out what the flag is.
Defense. Penalty is declined. Try is good.
Offsides on the defense.
Endicott College Gulls 21. Husson University Eagles 7.
And Phelps on the special teams for the Gulls. Blocked Parker Hunter's kick. And that's what gives the Endicott College Gulls a 21-7 lead over your Husson University Eagles.
Brett Davis, Mari Montgomery back to return. Jared Stones to kick it away.
Brett Davis and Amari Montgomery back deep to receive the kick from Garrett Stones.
Stones kicks it away. Caught at the 2 by Brett Davis. He's going to get hit, and it's all. Ball got popped out of Brett Davis's hands, and Endicott is going to take over in the red zone.
Back-to-back plays where Endicott special teams helps them.
Fumble recovered by Jacob Phelps.
Phelps again. What a highlight on the special teams, Jake.
Jacob Phelps having his fingerprints all over these last couple minutes. 7-17, Endicott takes over at the 18.
And red zone opportunity. Shea Lynch in the offense going to try to make this a 28-7 lead.
Lynch in the shotgun, takes the snap. Play action, and it's there. And a touchdown for Endicott. Thomas Skeffington, the tight end. And Endicott has a 20-point lead over the Husson University Eagles.
Skeffington, first touchdown of the year. Second tight end under Jacob Ward. Those two tight ends have been good all day today. And Endicott once again finding the scoreboard.
The kick from Mateo is up and good.
Extra point of 10 by Brendan Alfaro is good. Your score, Endicott College Gulls 28, Husson University Eagles 7.
And this quarter has been all Endicott. Momentum has shifted drastically. Eagles need to find their footing sooner rather than later. Can't let this game get any out of hand more than it is already.
Davis and Montgomery back to receive. The kick from Stones. So a blocked punt and a fumble on the kickoff return gives Endicott 14 straight points. Stones kicks it away. Montgomery there to receive it at the 5. He's going to get cut up the middle, and he's going to get brought down at the 27.
Kick return by Amari Montgomery.
Now the Husson offense will finally have a chance to get on the scoreboard again. Max Clark going to lead this Eagles offense in the right direction.
Husson will take over on their own 28-yard line.
We hit 2 o'clock here on the East Coast. Endicott leads the Eagles 28-7. Clark shotgun with Lober to his left. Lenz motioning out in front. Design run for Max Clark, and he's going to get wrapped up and brought down for a gain of 2.
Ball is carried by Brody Gibson.
Yeah, Max Clark trying to run a tricky play there. Throw off the Endicott defense. However, they're able to stop him only for a gain of 2.
So Brody Gibson was the one to have the handoff. Max Clark back in the game. Ball snap, handoff to Lober. And he's going to power forward.
Ball carried by Jed Lober.
To make it 3rd and 2.
Good job by the interior offensive lineman, giving Jed Lober space.
In on the tackle.
Run through the middle.
Brings up a 3rd down and
Now we're going to see Garnett checking into this game on 3rd down.
3rd down and 1. 6 minutes to go here in half number 1. Garnett to the right. Ball snapped. Over the middle is Cam Holmes. He makes the play. And he's brought down at the 43.
Pass complete to Cam Holmes. Tackle made by
You talk about
Alfredo
Cam
Davis.
Holmes again.
Makes
Has
a
been
noise,
Max
Hudson
Clark's
fans.
favorite
That's
target
another Hudson.
all season. And he continues to have a strong game despite the score. Gulls are in a 3-4 defense.
Clark takes a snap. And it's fumbled and popped up. Clark falls on it at the 40. So that'll go as a loss of 3.
And it's just the little mistakes that Husson's making. Endicott being able to capitalize on most of them. We talk about the block punt. We talk about the forced fumbles that Endicott has. Again, just the little mistakes by Husson. If they can clean those up, they have a great shot at coming back in this one.
Clark shotgun. Looking deep for Crocker, and it's incomplete.
That's incomplete to Caden
Yeah,
Crocker.
Clark looking to air the ball out.
Brings up a third
Looking like
down
Caden
and
Crocker
long.
might have had a step on the Gulls. Fortunately, they're not able to connect.
So 3rd and 13 at the 40. Clark in the shotgun. Garnett to the right. Ball snapped. Throwing deep. And incomplete. No flag on the play.
Alphine Davies able to prevent
That's
able to prevent
incomplete,
that
intended
catch.
for Chester Turner. Brings up 4th down and long.
So ball was intended for Carvel Turner. Parker Hunter will get this one away, and Phelps almost got a hand on that one too. Fair catch called for by Goodfellow at the
Fair
28.
caught by Adam Goodfellow. At their own 28-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Gulls.
So 1st down and 10 at the 28 for the Gulls with 4:21 remaining here in half number 1. Lynch takes a snap, hands it off to Ferreira, and he's brought down by a couple of Eagles.
Ball carry.
Ferreira able to break one tackle at the line of scrimmage and able to pick up 6 yards to give the Gulls reasonable
6-yard gain brings
2nd
up
and mid.
2nd down and 4.
2nd and 4 from the 34.
Now the Gulls have the option to either pass or run on this play. Either one will work.
Ferreira in the backfield with Lynch. Handoff to Ferreira, and he's brought down
Ball carried by Bryce
at the
Ferreira.
1st down marker. And they will give him a 1st down.
Yeah, another great run there by Ferreira. He's been doing a great job at just fighting,
Tackle made by
getting
Cody
enough
Neto.
4 first downs.
Bryce Bustle.
Him and
Carries
Matei
enough for
are a
first
strong
down.
running back duo.
1st and 10 Gulls.
Shea Lynch likes to utilize them a lot.
Lynch shotgun snap, takes it. Hands it off to Ferreira. And he's forced out by Isaiah Valentine. And Endicott
Carried by
loses a yard on the play, so it's 2nd and 11.
Ferreira. Forced out of bounds by
Husson getting a
Kevin
much needed
Cabrera.
tackle for a loss there. Seems like
Loss of 1 brings up
every
2nd down and
every
11.
play that Endicott has had has been a gain of like 5 or more yards. And now Husson finally be able to get that stop that they need.
About 30 seconds away from the 2-minute timeout here in half number 1. Lynn's shotgun, takes a snap. Play action pass, wide open in the middle is Michael Green. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown, Endicott.
And great separation there by Michael Green.
Touchdown,
Junior.
Endicott.
Showing that he has
Pass
been
is complete
one
to
of the better
Michael
receivers
Green
for the Gulls
for the
in the
touchdown.
Eagles defense. Not able to tackle him. And now pretty much a blowout lead at this point for Endicott.
Alfaro Mateo back to kick. He kicks, and it is good. Endicott leads 35-7 with 2:13 remaining here in the first half.
35, Husson University Eagles, 7.
Now Husson will have this 2-minute warning. They have a good shot. They have all the time in the world to hit a touchdown or a field goal. Anything. Put the lead down.
Endicott is going to receive to start the second half as they elected to defer. So the Eagles have 2 minutes and 13 seconds, along with 2 of their own timeouts and the 2-minute timeout, to drive down the field. Jared Stone.
Sorry, Montgomery and Brett Davis back deep to receive.
Davis and Montgomery back to receive. Ball is kicked away. And Montgomery's going to let it bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So the Eagles will start at the 25.
Kick goes through the end zone for a touchback.
2 minutes and 13 seconds left. Again, a lot of time for Husson to drive the offense, move the chains. This offense can do it. We know it.
Husson will take over on their own 25.
Max Clark.
Line, first and 10 Eagles.
He's going to have to drive this offense, show his leadership.
Twenty personnel for the Eagles, Lower and Garnett. Garnett's going to take the handoff, and he's going to get about 5.
Ball's carried by Elijah Garnett.
A little more than 5, actually. He's going to get 9. And we have hit the 2-minute timeout, and we will take not a 2-minute timeout, but we will take a timeout here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here after the 2-minute timeout. I formation for the Eagles. Hand off to Elijah Garnett. And he will get a first down.
Ball carried by Elijah Garnett.
Good job there by Elijah Garnett. Move the chains.
Tackle made by Jake McCurley.
Didn't need much. He got it.
Eagle fans, that's another Husson.
Jake McCurley in on the tackle.
First and 10 Eagles.
Garnett still in the backfield. 1:45 to go here in half number one. Ball snapped. Handoff to Elijah Garnett. Garnett's going to power his way forward for about 7.
They're really getting Garnett involved in the 2-minute.
Ball carried by Elijah Garnett.
He's doing a great job, though.
Tackle made by Will
But
Shannon and Owen Barrett.
time is ticking down.
1:15 to go here in half number one. Clark, shotgun snap, hands it to Elijah Garnett. Garnett's going to get met at the line of scrimmage and lose some yards.
Ball carried by Elijah Garnett.
So 3rd and 4.
Initial tackle by Nick Ferguson and Brian Daly.
And Jed Lober back into the contest.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Also want to point out Montgomery did check back into this one. They're going to run 4 wide receiver set.
Clock winding down.
Just remember, the Eagles have 2 timeouts left.
35 seconds to go. Clock is still rolling. And a timeout called by Coach Clark.
Husson, second charge timeout.
And the Eagles running the play clock all the way down to 2 seconds. And Nat Clark will then call the timeout. Well, that stops the clock at 25.6. And with a timeout still left in their back pocket.
We get a little bit of an update. Our friends over up top at Boucher Field, the Husson University women's soccer team has a 7-0 advantage over Vermont State Johnson up there at Boucher Field.
Looks like women's soccer game just in pure dominance. Our Husson women's soccer team is a very strong program here on campus.
And we are back to the action here. 20 personnel, 25.6 seconds to go. Endicott leads 35-7. Ball snapped. Hand off to Elijah Garnett. Garnett's going to power his way forward and get a first down.
Ball carried by Elijah Garnett.
18.6 seconds to go.
Caleb Luge in on the tackle.
This whole last 2 minutes has been all Elijah Garnett for the most part. Very involved.
Clark takes a snap. Steps up and is going to get sacked. And that will do it for half number one. The Endicott Gulls dominating the Husson University Eagles 35-7. We'll be back after halftime for a recap of the first half and second half action here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Welcome back into the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Jake Willett alongside Owen Snow. We are about ready to bring you second half action here at the John W. Winkin Sports Complex. Endicott rolled through the Eagles in the first half with a 35-7 lead.
Martin will be set to kick off for Husson.
And one thing I want to point out, one big reason why Endicott has such a huge lead is their special teams.
Block punt for a touchdown.
And then the Gulls forced a fumble on a return for great field position that led to a touchdown.
3 fumbles on the day for the Eagles. Garrett Martin will kick it away as Endicott will have Marquise Bridgewater, the one to start the return. And he's going to get wrapped up at the 25.
Kick returned by Marquise Bridgewater.
And yeah, the Gulls will receive in the second half because they won the coin toss and they decided they elected to receive in the second half. And so that's why they have the ball to start this one out.
So Shea Lynch in the Gulls offense
25-yard line where they will take
will walk back out.
1st and 10 Gulls.
Lynch, first play of the drive is a handoff to Brian Mateer, who started as the opening tailback. And then we didn't see much of him after that first series.
Joe Doobie and Malcolm McKinnon.
Yeah, Mateer,
On the tackle.
great vision to see that the defensive linemen for the Eagles were coming in on the left side, so he cuts back in middle, is able to get 3 yards on that play.
Lynch shotgun motion out in front by Joseph Carrara. Ball snap looking deep. And it is caught incomplete.
It almost looked like he had possession of the ball there, Jake, but great job by the Eagles to break that one up.
Pass
And I
incomplete
believe
intended for Michael
Caleb
Green.
Ponte was the one to break that one up.
Broken up by Caleb Ponte. Make some
Michael
noise,
Green
Eagle
was the
fans.
intended target. So 3rd down and 6 from the Endicott 29-yard line. Lynch sends Carrara in motion. Takes the snap, looks, and finds an open target, Jacob Ward. And Endicott's going to move the chains.
And Jacob Ward, the tight end, making a great curl route there. Husson playing decent coverage over the top.
It'll be a
Ward's
first
able to
down
stop
for
up
Endicott.
and catch that for a first down.
Lynch looking to his wrist for a play call. He's going to send Carrara in motion again. Lynch keeps it and is going to dump it off to Jacob Ward.
Pass complete to Jacob Ward.
Jacob Ward only able to get a few yards.
2-yard gain
On first
brings
down.
up 2nd down and 8.
Tripped up a little bit. Was only able to grab 2.
So 13 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Again, Jake Willett, Owen Snow with you on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Lynch in the shotgun. Mateer moves to the right. Takes the snap. Dumped off to Mateer. Mateer is going to find some open space and get a first down marker, and he's brought down by Braden Trombley.
Brian Mateer.
And Lynch finding the check down to Mateer. Able to get a couple good blocks there from his receivers, and that will lead to a first down.
It's up 1st and 10.
Lynch, quick offense, finds Ward, open on the flat, and Ward's going to get about 9 for a first.
Jacob Ward.
And the Gulls moving the chains and in a quick fashion. They're playing hurry-up offense.
Lynch keeps it, rolls out to the right. He's going to take off with it. He's got all the time and space in the world. He's forced out of bounds by Braden Trombley.
Great play call there by Endicott. Shea Lynch, great design run play. Looked like a read option. Again, another first down, just like that for the Gulls.
So 1st and 10 from the 25 for Endicott. Lynch shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw. Throws it to the end zone, and incomplete. Kane Smith in coverage.
Pass incomplete, intended for
And
Jason
Kane
Little.
Smith
Brings
playing
up
great
second down
defense
and
on
10.
Jason Little, who was the intended target. As Kane Smith already has 1 interception today. And is just looking to add on to his great season.
Ball snapped, handoff to Mateer. He's going to bounce out to the left and get to about the 20.
Ball carried by Brian Mateer.
And great blocking there by the left side of the offensive line. Shane Fitzgerald and Sean King opening up a hole for Mateer. So now it's 3rd and 5.
So 3rd and 5 from the 20. Lynch in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Runs out to the left. Shovels it out to Mateer. Mateer is going to have all the time and space in the world. And he's going to be brought down by J.T. Wright and Braden Trombley.
Lynch and Mateer running the speed option.
On the tackle.
Lynch just flicks it over.
It'll be a
And
1st and goal.
Mateer getting about 10 yards there. 1st and goal.
Ball run up in the middle by Mateer, and he's going to score. Endicott drives down the field and takes 6 points. They lead 41-7.
On that drive, it was all Brian Mateer. I think he got about 80% of the snap, 80% of the target in that one. And he puts Endicott up by a lot.
Alfaro Mateo is going to drill it.
Extra point attempt for Brendan Alfaro is good. Your score, Endicott Gulls 42, Husson Eagles 7.
Endicott leads 42-7.
And Endicott just having Husson's number on all sides of the ball. Offense, defense, and special teams. We've seen the Gulls score on the run, score on the pass. They have been all over the Eagles defense.
Back deep to receive.
Husson has had no answer.
Jared Stones to kick off.
Jared Stones. To kick it away. Line drive kick. Bounces in front of Mari Montgomery. And Montgomery is going to get brought down at the 33-yard line. And the Eagles take over.
Montgomery 1 block away from taking that to the house. Great run, great return regardless. Husson will start with pretty good field position.
Alfino Davis in on the tackle.
Ball will be spotted at the Husson 33-yard line where they will take over. 1st and 10 Eagles.
So Eagles 1st and 10 from their own 33. Hand off to Jed Lober. And it's going to get brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carried by Jed Lober. Caleb Luge on the tackle.
And brought down by the junior Caleb
1 yard
Luge.
gain brings up 2nd down and 9.
Great job there by Luge. Wrap up Jed Lober. Very strong runner. Not easy to take down there. And Endicott does it.
2nd and 9. Clark shotgun, takes the snap, dumps it off to Jed Lober, and it's going to get hit in the backfield.
Pass complete to Jed Lober.
So Lober's going to lose 4.
Alfino Davis with the tackle. Brings up a 3rd
See
down
Alfino
and long.
Davis again on the ball. He has had a great game for this Gulls defense. We've said his name a couple times already.
Clark shotgun, 3rd and 13. Clark throws over the middle, and incomplete. Was intended for Amari Montgomery, and it was behind him.
Pass incompleted.
And now Parker Hunter will come out to punt.
Brings up a 4th down
Yeah,
and
Max
long.
Clark looking for Amari Montgomery. Threw it too far to his right, and Montgomery not able to turn his hips
Parker
enough
Hunter back
to
deep
catch
to
that
kick.
one, and it will lead to a punt.
Adam Goodfellow back deep to receive.
Parker Hunter punts it away. Goodfellow makes the fair catch at the 36-yard line.
Fair caught by Adam Goodfellow. Kick will be spotted at the Endicott 36-yard line, where they will take over 1st and 10 Gulls.
1st and 10 Endicott from the 36. Lynch hands it off to Ferreira. And Ferreira
Brian Ferreira.
will get 2.
Tackled by JT
We saw a lot of
Wright,
Mateo in the
Bennett.
first drive of the second half, and now Ferreira is looking to get a
1 yard gain
lot
brings
of the
up
snap
2nd
share.
down and 9.
Those two are just going back and forth on the plays. Both of them very talented running backs.
So Shea Lynch, 2nd and 9, 8:15 to go here in quarter number 3. Play clock at 10. Lynch gets the snap off, hands it off, and cutting up the middle is Ferreira, and he's going to get brought down by Braden Trombley.
Ball carried
And
by
Trombley
Brian
just saved the
Ferreira.
touchdown there.
Braden
Ferreira was
Trombley on
gone,
the tackle.
and Trombley's tremendous height at 6'2"
It'll be a 1st and 10
is able to
for
barely
the
reach
Gulls.
and dive for that tackle.
So 1st and 10 from the Husson 43-yard line. Lynch shotgun with Ferreira to his right. Play action, ball's thrown deep, and was looking for Michael
Pass
Green.
incomplete, intended for Michael Green. Brings up a 2nd down and 10.
Kane Smith was in the vicinity of that one. Almost got the INT, but that ball sailed way out of bounds. Great coverage nonetheless.
So 2nd and 10 from the 43, 7:21 here left in the third. Jake Willett, Owen Snow here on the call on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Lynch snap, hand off to Ferreira, and he is hit and brought down.
Carried by Brian Ferreira.
By Jemai Tyson.
Tyson on the tackle.
And that's,
Makes some
Jemai
noise.
Tyson, again, a strong defensive player for the Husson University Eagles. definitely a defensive player to watch out for.
3rd and 6 from the 39. Snap handoff to Ferreira. And he is going to get brought down at about the 31-yard line.
Brian Ferreira. Forced out of bounds by Devin Cabrera.
A 3rd down that the Eagles have stopped. Now we'll have to see if Endicott is going to go for it or not. Ball is at the 37, so it is an interesting call nonetheless. It's going to be the punt team.
First time we've seen the punting unit, and it'll be Jared Stones. Endicott's looking to try and get this one off quickly. And Stones will punt it away, and it'll bounce down and is down by Jacob Phelps at the 2-yard line.
What a great punt there from Stones. You couldn't have asked for a better punt. Got it in the coffin corner. And great job by Phelps to prevent it from being a touchback.
Will Terrell with the downs the ball at the Husson 2-yard line where they will take over. 1st and 10 Eagles.
So 1st and 10 from their own 2-yard line. Clark and Garnett in the end zone for the Eagles. Ball snap, throws, looking for Holmes, and incomplete.
Pass incomplete, intended for Cam Holmes.
Yeah,
Pass defended there by Finn O'Driscoll.
O'Driscoll
Brings
making
up
a great
2nd
play on
down
Cam
10.
Holmes, who has the sole touchdown here for the Eagles. Also has a couple more receptions on top of that.
So 2nd and 10 from the 2. 5:32 left here in quarter number 3. Handoff to Elijah Garnett, and he's going to get brought down.
Ball carried
Garnett
by
nowhere to
Elijah
go.
Garnett.
The defensive line for the Gulls
No gain,
able
brings
to
up
come
3rd
in.
down and 10.
And now 3rd down and long. Not what you want to see from the Eagles.
So Garnett gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 from the 2. 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Ball snap from Clark. Throws it to Holmes, and it's high and incomplete.
Pass incomplete, intended for Cam Holmes. Brings up
Another
a 4th down
target
10.
intended for Cam Holmes. Second one of that drive. He isn't able to come up on that one as well. And it's a quick 3-and-out for the Eagles offense.
Parker Hunter
into to punt.
is on the end line. Ball snapped. And he gets it away. And it's going to take a bounce for the Eagles and be down at the 37-yard line.
That was a high kick there
Punt is
from
down by
Parker
Quincy
Hunter.
Briska.
And it took a friendly bounce at the end for the Eagles. Still, Endicott will have possession in Eagles territory.
Endicott will take over at the Husson 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Gulls.
1st and 10 for Endicott. They lead 42-7 here over the Eagles at the John W. Winkin Sports Complex. Lynch, shotgun. with Marquise Bridgewater as his running back. And Bridgewater is going to have a very hefty run, but a flag at the end of the play.
And Bridgewater with a burst of speed there.
Flag is on the play.
We'll have to see what the flag is, however.
Holding. Offense number 17. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So a long run from Bridgewater is negated by the holding penalty, and it'll be 1st and 20.
First penalty of the game for the Endicott offense. They have been pretty disciplined so far throughout. The only other penalty coming from the interception from Kane Smith, where it was a collarbone tackle, or a collar tackle, which is not allowed. That's a personal foul. Now Endicott's backed up.
Ball handed off to Marquise Bridgewater, and he's going to get brought down.
Ball carried by Marquise Bridgewater.
Bridgewater trying to find a hole, is not able to. I think Bourget was in there on the tackle.
Bourget and Ryan Bannister.
Bourget and Ryan Bannister in on the tackle.
Bannister, a guy whose name we called a lot last week, haven't had to call as much this game. This offense done a great job at containing him.
Lynch with the snap. Late handoff to Bridgewater, and he's going to get brought down
Ball carried
by Evan Bourget.
That's back-to-back tackles from Evan Bourget. Putting together a strong drive.
Make some noise, fans.
3rd down and 16.
3rd down.
From the Eagles' 43-yard line. Ball snap. Touch pass. And it's going to get wrapped up.
Pass complete to Garen Brown.
Garen Brown
Tackle made by
on the touch pass.
Malcolm
Malcolm McKinnon there to make the tackle.
Long.
4th and 15.
I would assume they're going to punt it, Jake, but you never know. They might go for it.
Endicott letting the clock run. And a delay of game. Penalty going to be called here on Endicott.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
So it'll be 4th down and 20 for Endicott after the 5-yard false start delay of game penalty. And the punt team will be on.
Jared Stones out to kick.
Jared Stones with Jacob Lenz back to receive.
Jacob Lenz back deep to
Lenz, a
receive the
dangerous returner. Haven't seen much of it today, but he can definitely bring that return out.
Ball punted away, almost blocked by Braden Trombley. Ball's going to bounce. Lenz is going to pick it up. He's going to squeak through 2 defenders and get brought down at the 9.
I thought Lenz was for sure going to get tackled in that original one. He made a great move to juke out both the defenders coming right at him and is able to get a couple extra yards out of it.
Down at the Husson 11-yard line.
So they're going to spot the ball at the 11. 1:25 left here in quarter number 3, where the Endicott Gulls have a 42-7 lead.
And if you notice, Jake, both Matt Clark and Brody Gibson are out on the field right now. Max Clark's going to sit out wide on the right side.
Gibson at quarterback. Ball snapped. Design run for Gibson, and he's going to get brought down, and the ball's going to pop out. And they're going to rule Gibson down before the ball popped out.
Ball carried by Brody Gibson.
Gibson coming back off. Max Clark will re-enter the game at
Brian
quarterback
Haley and Nick
as
Ferguson.
we are under a minute to go here in quarter number 3.
Brings up second down and 12.
Clark shotgun, Lober to the left. Clark drops back, throws it, and incomplete, intended for Caden Krochner.
Pass incomplete to Caden Crocker. Brings up third down.
And Clark not able to find Crocker on the comeback route. Unfortunate there for the Eagles. We're going to see Garnett and Lober come out on this 20 personnel for a 3rd and 12.
.43 flat to go here in quarter number 3. Husson with a third and 12 at their own 8. And a flag. And Endicott thinks it will go against the Eagles.
Most likely.
Offense, number 55.
And it will. So that one is on the left guard, Matt Curion. So 3rd and 17 from the 4. Ball snapped, handoff to Lober. And the ball pops out. And Endicott recovers.
And Endicott has been doing that all game. I believe that's the 4th forced fumble they've had and have recovered on about 3 of those.
Fumble is recovered
Just
by
a great
Endicott.
effort by the defense today. They have shown out.
So phenomenal field position for the Gulls.
They will take over on the Husson 6-yard line. 1st and goal for the Gulls.
6-yard line, Jake. 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 6. Handoff. And Endicott gets in for the touchdown.
Endicott.
And Brian Mateer, great cutback. And
Ball
is able,
carried by Michael O'Brien.
or excuse me,
For
Michael
the
O'Brien,
touchdown.
able to make a great cutback into the middle of the zone and reach his arm out, able to get the touchdown.
Michael Boyce was at quarterback. And Alfaro Mateo drills the extra point. And Endicott leads 49-7.
Extra point attempt by Brendan Alfaro is no good. Your score.
Excuse me, it was
Endicott
no
College,
good.
48. Husson University 7.
48-7. Again, Montgomery and Davis back to receive.
Amari Montgomery and Brett Davis back deep to receive the kick.
Montgomery and Davis back to receive as we have 22.7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. After a Michael O'Brien 6-yard touchdown for Endicott. Montgomery is going to be brought down just outside the 30-yard line.
By Amari Montgomery.
Looks like Max Clark is going to stay in this game
Ball
as of
will be
right now.
placed at the Husson 32-yard line where they will take over. 1st and 10 Eagles.
Looks like most of the starters are out there still for the Eagles.
1st and 10 at the 32 for the Eagles. Ball snap to Elijah Garnett, and he's going to get 9.
Ball carried by Elijah Garnett.
And good run there by Garnett, able to get quite a few yards, almost enough for a first down.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Endicott leads 48-7. We'll be back for the final quarter of play here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And ball snap. And a big run there from Elijah Garnett. He's going to get about 20.
Ball carried by Elijah Garnett.
Elijah Garnett's biggest run of the day. Getting well over 15, doing about well over 15 yards on that one. And that looked like a 2023 Elijah Garnett run.
This first down sponsored to you by Zombie Dogs.
Max Clark takes the snap, hands it off to Elijah Garnett. And Garnett's going to get about 4.
Elijah Garnett with the carry.
Another good run there by Garnett. He gets 4 on the gain. And now Jed Lover's checked back into this drive. We've seen a good mix of both running backs today, both Garnett and Lober.
Ball carried by Jed Lober.
So Jed Lober gets about a yard. And it'll be 3rd down.
And Garnett, again, will check back into this one, replacing Lober.
And
we'll see a 2 tight end formation here. Both Solomon and Trott.
Chris Pirapato in on the tackle. Brings up a 3rd down and 1.
A score update from Boucher Field. The Husson University women's soccer team took down Vermont State Johnson 18-0.
Elijah
Garnett getting 10 yards on that carry.
And Garnett almost single-handedly moving the chains for the Eagles. He's looking good.
He's going to come out for Jed Lober. .35 to go here in the contest. Eagles driving down the field. 1st and 10 at the 22, just outside the red zone. Ball snap handoff to Jed Lober, and now the Eagles are in the red zone.
Ball carried by Jed Lober.
And Eagles seeing the red zone for the first time in what feels like a while.
Chris Pirapato.
They're doing a good job, though, at going one play at a time. And that's how they're moving up the field right now. Lober will stay out for this play.
Clark, shotgun. Takes the snap, handoff to Lober. Lober's going to get stopped at the line.
Jed Lober on the carry. Jackson Adams and Luke Denson on the tackle. Brings up a 3rd down and 6.
We're probably going to see a lot of runs from the Eagles. I think every play so far has been a run on this drive. I wouldn't be surprised if we went back to it.
Ball snapped to Clark. He's looking end zone and out of the reach of Cam Holmes and incomplete.
Pass incomplete, intended for Cam Holmes.
So it'll be 4th down and 6.
Brings up a 4th down and 6.
And it's looking like the Eagles will go for it. Trying to put another touchdown on the scoreboard. They've only done that once today.
11:15 to go. Clark, shotgun, takes the snap. Looks deep, corner end zone. Cam Holmes goes up and pulls it down.
Touchdown!
Make that 4 touchdowns in 2 games from the graduate student Cam Holmes. He has been one of the only bright spots on the offense, and he's continuing his dominance, especially at home. Give all the credit to Cam Holmes right now. Certainly been a highlight.
Garrett Martin to kick it away. Kick is good. And the Eagles
Martin is good. Your score,
now
Endicott
trail
College
48-14.
Husson University Eagles 14.
And what a great drive to start the 4th quarter from the Eagles. Looking like they had nothing going on offense. They string together a lot of very good run plays from both Elijah Garnett and Jed Lober. They get into the red zone, and they find who else but Cam Holmes in the end zone. Great play calling there from Nat Clark. And the Eagles find themselves on the scoreboard for the first time in this 2nd half.
Garrett Martin to kick it away. Bridgewater back for Endicott. Martin kicks it away. Marquise Bridgewater catches it at the 15. He's going to cut up the middle. Bounce out to the side. He's got one man to beat. He beats the kicker down the line and is tackled at the 42-yard line.
Marquise Bridgewater on the return.
And what a fantastic run from Bridgewater. Able to make a couple defenders miss. And is able to bring it all the way into opponent territory. And they will line up 1st and 10 at the Eagles' 42-yard line.
Spotted at the Husson 42-yard
So
line.
10:51 to go.
Will take over. 1st and 10 go.
Ryan Boyce will enter the game at quarterback for Endicott. Boyce takes the snap, hands it off to Michael O'Brien.
Ball carried by Michael O'Brien. Tackle made by Bryce Bustle.
Bryce Bustle in on the tackle.
No gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10. Ryan Boyce, the senior quarterback from Northbridge, Massachusetts. Ball snapped, handed off to O'Brien. And O'Brien's going to get a 1st down and more. And he's brought down by the captain, Braden Trombley.
Ball carried by Michael O'Brien.
And we're seeing O'Brien.
Tackle made by Braden.
We saw him get involved a little bit in the third quarter. And now he's getting an even bigger role in the fourth. Junior running back out of Guilford, Connecticut. Funny statistic is for Ryan Boyce, his only pass attempt went for 37 yards and a touchdown. See if he airs the ball out. No, he'll run it.
Hand off to O'Brien. Stopped at the line by Ryan Bannister.
Ball carried by Michael O'Brien.
Give Bannister another tackle.
And Ryan Bannister brings up a second down and 8.
Ball snapped. Handoff. And a flag.
Ball carried by Jonah Barstow.
Jonah Barstow with the carry.
After the play, personal foul. Defense number 68. After distance to the goal, automatic first down.
And that was James Boyd on the personal foul, which gives Endicott really good field position. First and goal.
Grant Crosby in at quarterback now.
Maine native from Portland, Maine, playing at Endicott.
Ball snap, carry there by Crosby. And he's going to get brought down by JT Wright.
That will bring up second down and goal.
Second and goal, Crosby. With Barstow in the backfield. Another Maine native, Jonah Barstow. Ball carried up the middle.
Ball carried by Grant Crosby.
Grant Crosby up the middle. He gets to the 1 yard line.
And now this is a chance for the Gulls to break 50 points.
Crosby takes it, and it's going to get wrapped up by a couple Eagles, but did he get in? The Gulls think he did. But he is stopped short of the end zone. So it'll be 4th and goal from the 1. We are now under 7 minutes to go.
I think we're going to see them go for it. You're that deep into opponent territory. If you don't get the stop, Husson will have to start at their own 1 yard line. So it's a great strategy to go for it. You're already up. Why not try to go for more? And looked like a cute quarterback sneak. Did he get it though?
Endicott thinks they got in again. Eagles think it's a 4th down. It's a turnover. And the Eagles get a 4th down stop at the goal line.
But like I said, Jake, that puts them all the way in their own 1 yard line.
No gain on the rush.
It's going to take a long drive to get all the way to the opposite goal line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Eagles' own 1 yard line. Wouldn't be too shocked if Endicott brings the house here.
46 defense, maybe. Cover 0.
Ball's at the half-yard line. 99 and a half yards to go for the Eagles with 6:17 on the clock and 2 timeouts.
Looks like they're running nickel formation, however.
Pass intended for Holmes and incomplete.
Pass incomplete, intended for Cam Holmes.
Broken up by Jared Daughtry.
Great play there by Daughtry to break up the pass on Cam
Broken
Holmes,
up by Jared Daughtry.
who has been
Brings up second
responsible
down and
for
10.
both Husson touchdowns today.
Second and 10 from the 1. Ball snapped and handed off.
Ball carried by Elijah Garnett.
Elijah Garnett. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Well, now, Jake, they only have 98 yards to go until he gets to the goal line.
5:45 left to go here with 3 timeouts.
Luke Danson brings up 3rd down and 9.
Clark shotgun with Garnett to his left. Ball snapped. Ball thrown out to Caden Crocker, and it's incomplete.
Pass incomplete, intended for Caden Crocker. Brings up 4th
So
down.
3 and out for the Eagles. And Parker Hunter will punt this one away.
Unfortunate 3 and out again for the
Back
Eagles.
to punt.
Flag on the play. Fair caught there by Jack Steen.
See if the refs call on the flag.
Substitution infraction. Receiving team. Penalty is declined. 1st and 10.
Endicott with a substitution infraction. And Coach Clark decides to decline the penalty.
Fair catch was made
So it'll be
Ball will
1st
be
and
spotted
10.
at the
At the
Husson
Husson
43-yard
43-yard line.
Endicott will take over. 1st and 10 Gulls.
Grant Crosby with the snap and the handoff. Endicott will look to run the clock out with 5 minutes to go.
Ball carried by Sam Hubbard.
Sam Hubbard gets about 5.
Sam Hubbard, the freshman, getting some minutes here late
Ryan
in the game.
Bannister with the tackle. Brings up a 2nd down and 6.
Ryan Bannister in on the tackle. Ball snapped, handoff, and brought down.
Sam Hubbard on the carry.
Sam Hubbard again on the carry. 3rd down and 6.
Drew Kraus and Joe Doobie with the tackle. Make some noise, Eagle fans. It's 3rd down.
Now the Eagles have a chance to stop another 3rd down here.
Grant Crosby in the shotgun, under 4 minutes to go here. Crosby takes the snap, hands off to Hubbard. And Sam Hubbard is going to get brought down right at the first down marker. So it'll be 4th and 1.
They're most likely going to go for this. I don't see why not. Choose the clock even more. You'll probably see a run here. Most likely from Sam Hubbard.
Under 3.5 minutes to go.
Timeout. Endicott.
Endicott calls their first timeout of the half with 3:05 to go. We will step aside real quick and be back for the rest of the fourth quarter here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, Jake Willett along with Owen Snow. 3:05 to go here in regulation. Endicott has a convincing 48-14 lead over the Husson University Eagles. 4th and 1. Crosby shotgun takes the snap. Hand off to Sam Hubbard. And Hubbard's going to get the first and more.
Ball carry.
Great design run there. And a good job by the Gulls offensive line to create a hole for Sam Hubbard.
Jemai Tyson. It'll be a first down for the Gulls.
Jemai Tyson in on the tackle.
And yeah, Jemai Tyson, a menacing defensive end. Haven't said much of his name yet. Haven't said much of his name throughout this match.
About 20 seconds to go until the 2-minute timeout. Crosby takes the shotgun snap at 4 on the play clock. Hubbard cuts up to the middle and gets about 3.
Sam Hubbard on the carry.
And that will take us to the 2-minute warning, Jake. We'll probably just see Endicott continue to chew the clock until the very end.
Bourget and Joe Doobie.
Bourget and Doobie on the tackles. And 2-minute timeout here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Jake Willett, Owen Snow here on the call. 2 minutes to go. Endicott leads 48-14. Grant Crosby in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Sam Hubbard. Hubbard's going to get brought down from behind by Malcolm McKinnon.
Malcolm McKinnon, one of the players still in this game. Well, actually, most of this defense is still checked into this game. They're going to fight until the very last second, until that clock hits 0.
Jonah Barstow was in on the carry. Barstow again back with Crosby. Ball snap handoff. This time Sam Hubbard. And Hubbard's going to get about 4.
Ball carried by Jonah Barstow.
Now it's 4th down. Probably run this ball one last time.
Brings up a 4th down and 2.
Well, Jake, despite the score of this game, can't say that it hasn't been a beautiful day, and we've had a huge crowd here at the Winkin Complex. A lot of people showed out today, both for the Eagles and Endicott.
Crosby takes the snap, hands it off to Barstow. And Barstow's going to get to about the 20, the 16.
Ball carried by Jonah Barstow.
And it'll be a 1st down as we are under 30 seconds to go. Endicott can just let the clock run out.
And that's exactly what they're going to do.
So Endicott is going to come in to the Winkin Complex and take down the Husson University Eagles 48-14. Owen, final thoughts?
I thought Endicott was great on all sides of the ball. Offense, defense, and special teams. Husson looked like a different team out there. Endicott was in control throughout this entire one. Husson will have to look to bounce back next week. They'll be on the road. They'll be on the road against WNE. WNE. That'll be a big game for them.
Eagles travel to Western New England. Next week, the Endicott will host the University of New England. Final score here from the Winkin Complex, 48-14. Endicott takes down Husson University Eagles. From Jake Willett and Owen Snow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It very may well change their life. Goodbye.